Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Jess and today's reading will be about who cannot stop thinking about you. So we're going to look into who this person is and how you may recognize them and what they are thinking about you. So there are 4 groups for you guys to choose from. Starting with group 1, we have the green quartz, group 2 with the smoky quartz, group 3 with the amethyst, and group 4 with the white calcite. So if you need a moment to find out which group you feel drawn to, which can sometimes be more than one, you can pause the video or wait for the meditation moment. The timestamps are in the description box down below, and I will see you in your reading. Hi Group 1, welcome to your reading. So we will be looking into who this person is first, and then we're going to look into what they are thinking about with you. So let's get started with who cannot stop thinking about Group 1. Who can't stop thinking about Group 1? Who is this person? Gorilla, nobility, leadership. Who cannot stop thinking about Group 1? Jeez, okay, let's try that again. Who cannot stop thinking about Group 1? I feel like this person could be a little bit closed off or is not very it's a little distant, either in their personality or I don't know. Who can't stop thinking about Group 1? I just saw 2:22 on the timing of this video, okay, of this recording, yeah. Who cannot stop thinking? Who is this person? Too many. That was my knee bumping against the table. Ow. Okay. Okay. It's taken a little bit to get a card out of this deck. Okay, you cannot stop thinking about Group 1. I want a card today, Spirit. I'm trying my best. This is all I can do. I can only wait. Spirit, who cannot stop thinking about group 1? Please help a little bit, because I feel like this person is not willing to open up about it. One second. Let me try something. Who is this person? Thank you. The Archer, biding your time, planning ahead. That doesn't surprise me. And because we also have nobility and leadership, I feel like this could be a person in a position who cannot really show, what's that called? What's that word? Vulnerability. That's the word. Who cannot stop thinking about group 1? Admiration, adoration. Whether you believe it or not, I really, really like you for who you truly are. Okay. This person's energy is kind of funny. Whether it is bad or good, that's for you to decide, but I'm just gonna go ahead and shuffle. Who cannot stop thinking about group 1? I feel like this person is in a leadership position when it comes to work in some way, or their family, that they can't really be vulnerable and share their thoughts or feelings. They feel like they need to stay unbiased when it comes to something. I do feel like they're really struggling to keep themselves this way. Someone who really admires you, that's for sure. Protection. Come on. Okay. Who cannot stop thinking about you, group 1? Now I want to know. Who cannot stop thinking about group 1? We have unappreciated. Okay. Number 8, number 38. So what I feel is that this person is trying to keep up a facade of something that they, I'm not gonna go about what the kind of relationship between the two of you could be, but what I could see is that whoever this person is, they're in a kind of position of leadership and some kind of, like they're a boss, a teacher, someone in a position of being not really above the other, but about advising or leading other people, or teaching other people. Okay. I thought there was something on the card, but no, it's in the card. Okay. Who is this person? 2 cards fall out, and we have the book, Identity, Consciousness, and Manifest, and 2 of Threat, Twine, Agreement, Sign biases, compromise. So this could be, I'm being reminded, this could literally be your partner. This could literally be your spouse, someone you have some sort of contract with, someone you work with, a colleague, a mentor, a guide, a boss, someone who has some sort of position of sticking their nose where they belong, where it belongs, and that's their own business. I feel like this person feels a little bit like they're very much used to hide how they feel. They're very much used to not open up about their feelings. They're used to not being in a position of being very open, vulnerable about how they really feel, about what they will actually want in their life and what they actually, like, they're not really quick to, you know, it's almost as if they're trained to look in a certain perspective or to be a certain way because of their position. So obviously, if someone is a boss, they should not hook up with their, or, you know, they should not start something with one of their, the ones that work for them. If they're a teacher, they should not cross that boundary. You know, that's pretty much what I'm seeing here. I'm not saying this is literally your teacher, especially if you're younger. And this does not necessarily need to be a love reading. I also want to say that, because it's more about, well, it's not necessarily all about admiration. I mean, we're gonna go look into what they're thinking about and, you know, why and all that stuff in a minute, or not, because we're only almost 4 or 5 minutes in. My point is, we're gonna get into that with the tarot later. I feel like this person has tried to kind of communicate what they feel or how they think about you in some kind of way. This is someone who may try to subtly, like, say something without it being too obvious, like give little signs or say something small that is like an insider or whatever, that makes you, remind you of something, of a meeting or of a topic or subject that you were talking about with this person the other day, or with someone else the other day. I do feel like they know something about you that they actually shouldn't or couldn't know. It's either you told them yourself, or they found out by research. And I'm not really sure what this actually is talking about. What I do know is that they kind of know something that they, as I said before, they shouldn't really know, and something that has some kind of power over you, but it's not really, I don't know how to explain this. All that I do know is that this person shows up in a way that no other person may do for their family, loved ones, colleagues, the ones, their students, and this does not also have to be like student, like kids. I'm saying, like, let's just say college, and you're grown up, or something like that. Anyway, this person is someone who really likes to take, well, I'm not sure about taking charge literally, but they're so used to that, and I feel like what they kind of need is kind of like some time for themselves to remind themselves that they're also just a human being. I'm just saying that because maybe you know this about them, or something like that, and you're like, yeah, this person really should take some time off or something like that. That could be a significant sign that this is the person that I'm that is thinking about you, who cannot stop thinking about you. I feel like it bothers them. Like, it's not like you bother them, but the way that they feel like they cannot control their mind is bothering them. Like, they don't really know what to make of this. But I do want to say, like, the message that they're trying, there's something that they're really wanting or really trying to get through, either to you, like, it's not like you're dumb or something, like, it's just a message that they want to give off. And it can be a very small message about, like, I wish you all the best or something like that, or it can be a small message about something that you, I don't know, that you may need to know before proceeding with something that you had in mind or something. This is definitely a planner. This is someone who really takes their time to really think through everything that they're wanting to do. Someone who does not just randomly, or not randomly, impulsively says or behaves in a way that is not thought through. So this is who is thinking about you. I don't really know what else I can say. The song You Mean the World to Me by whom, actually? I need to know. I'm gonna shake the camera because this is a phone. And this is Freya writing, so maybe that... I mean, I have difficulty with explaining my emotions, and sometimes I'm listening to music and I'm like, hey, I don't... It feels like I feel the thing. So that's, I don't know, for people who experience the same thing. I'm just saying it because I would like it if people would say that. Anyway. I mean, yes, this person could be someone you have some sort of contract or business agreement or anything kind of like an agreement with. And I just heard childhood. So you may have known them since your childhood, or childhood has a sort of play in this. I don't know. And I feel like this person kind of... this person has a feel to them, like you just talk or listen to them and you feel comfortable, because there's an aspect of you that you see within them that makes you feel safe. I feel like it kind of reminds you, sort of the things about yourself that you feel safe with, the things about yourself that you love and actually adore. I feel like this person kind of brings up, kind of triggers you to really look at yourself and adore yourself so much more. I feel like the things that they admire within you is something that they have as well, and vice versa. I feel like the things that they have is something that you have as well, and you admire that about them, but you also have those things. So I feel like this is also wanting to tell you, like, Spirit is wanting to tell you, like, what you admire about this person and vice versa is what the two of you share with each other. It's or what one of the person, or there's like whatever, I don't know who this person is. That's not my business. All I know is that there's some sort of connection, and you admire the things about them because you have that as well, but maybe you're a little bit less aware of the things that you are good at. But I feel like they push you to be the best version that you can be, and I feel like you also do that to them. Anyway, so now we're going to look into what their thoughts are. And yeah, why they're thinking about it. Maybe we'll know, maybe we'll not know. I don't know. But we're going to find out. So... this I don't know how to call it. Are you kidding me? I know, I knew that word, but now I don't. Are you kidding? Seriously. This fluffy thing is actually quite new, so I kind of still need to get used to it. So, what are they thinking about? What are their thoughts about group 1? Okay, that's too many. Oh, no, don't do that. Okay, you don't really see it, but all the cards kind of fell very elegantly, but still. Okay, so we have the Three of Swords. Okay, so this person is thinking about some sort of, whatever they're thinking, it hurts them. I feel like they're hurt about something, and that's what they're thinking about. So let's see what it is. Three of Swords. Clarify it, please. What is the Three of Swords talking about? You know, I don't know why I need to say this, but readings like this, like, there is something coming through about maybe having tried looking at many certain readings and they all kind of didn't resonate, or they resonated so much that you're like, I don't know, this kind of feels too good to be true or something like that. And this reminded me of the feeling that I have with many readings or many readers. No offense, anything like that, whatever. That it's a little bit too general. It's like these kind of messages can apply to anyone, and that's why I stopped really watching readings myself. Like, if I really wanted a question answered, I would like ask myself as my spirit guides or my tarot cards. But anyway, Three of Swords. What is the Three of Swords talking about? Right, what I wanted to say is that you may feel like distrust when it comes to certain readings, or you not really want to watch these kind of things, and maybe you're like, oh, of course, we have a boss and a colleague relationship kind of thing, but honestly, when it comes to my readings, it's pretty random. Certain kind of topics come out, and it's not always the same. Even more, I feel like sometimes I just can't understand what these topics are talking about, but I guess this one was a little straightforward. What I'm trying to say is that many readings are sometimes confusing because I don't know what it's talking about, because it's something that I don't understand myself, or I've not lived through that experience. Okay, let's try again. Three of Swords clarifier. Are you kidding me? I feel like they're also hurt. I think there's something about them wanting to get to know. They want you to get to know them, or they want you to know something about them. But I feel like they feel like, or think that you are misunderstanding their messages. So let's just say you're I had like this thing, like I was really very respectful. I really thought very highly of a person who, and I'm not gay, so I don't fall for, I'm not interested in females, women, but she was a woman, and I felt the same kind of way, but not like in a I felt very excited and happy with her when I'm trying. I'm getting distracted by myself. Oh gosh. But I did not feel romantic feelings, and I thought like, and I was confusing myself because I was trying to tell her that she was just a very I liked her a lot, just and that's why I sometimes get nervous, because I don't want people that I like or adore or just love, because you can love people without having romantic feelings anyway. I didn't want her to misunderstand that as that kind of love, like it was romantic or something like that. So it was kind of confusing because I didn't know how to explain. And this kind of feels the same, like they want you to know, like, let's just say you think that they have romantic intentions when actually they just really see you as a very beautiful person that they adore, but not necessarily in a romantic way. But it could also be vice versa, like you think it's just whatever and they actually have deeper feelings than that. Let's just say that. So there's something about miscommunication here, and some of you may understand what this is talking about, some of you may not. I certainly am confused. So okay, are you kidding me? I don't know what song I heard before, but it reminded me of that, what I was just talking about. Now I'm hearing the song Attention from who actually? My eyes. Ulrika Brandstorp. It's definitely not an English name. Attention, like I want your attention. What do I have to do to get your attention? Because, you know, what I've been thinking about, not everyone is here to hear about a romantic reading. I mean, many people are gonna look because of a romantic intention, but not everyone. So that's why I'm trying to stay. It can be this and it can also be that. That's all I'm trying to say. Anyway. Clarify your Three of Swords. What is the Three of Swords talking about? Apprentice, which will be the page, and the Five of what is this? Wands? I don't know. Apprentice of Cups, so the Page of Cups, and the Five of Wands. I did not expect this to happen, but I need to look in the booklet if I even have that one. I'm not kidding. I don't know if I have the book. Okay. Here we go. Ah, don't fall. Don't fall, please. Okay. Okay, I have the book. Let me just look quickly. Okay. Yes, this is the Five of Wands. Change, conflict, unraveling. Okay, what? This is interesting. This is a whole different kind of thing. Whether you like it or not, a transition is happening. You may encounter conflicting opinions from others. Oh, it is actually interesting. I did not think about that. Encounter conflicting opinions from others, or content with competing voices inside your own head. Be content. Oh, there's two different kinds of content. Okay. Be content with the unraveling. Perhaps your plans need to fall apart before you can begin in a better way. The phrase "it gets worse before it gets better" can ring true at this time. Okay, for some reason I needed to read that. I feel like they're trying to communicate in ways that is not really helping them in any way. I feel like they're trying to communicate some kind of new feelings that they have. It could be something, it does not have to be literally like a boss or anything like that, but maybe it's someone who is maybe a little bit older than you. Yeah, I don't have an opinion about that. But someone who is at a different level and is more of a guide to other people or anything like that. It does not even have to be like you need to be a literal like teacher or boss or something like that when it comes to that they are your boss. Maybe they are in general, but it's not really something. So this reminds me of like, maybe I could say like this person is very high ranked or very high up in their company that they work at. That could also ring true for you. I don't know. We're gonna find out, or you will find out, because it's your situation. I don't know specifics because this is not a personal reading and I am not gonna do that very soon. Okay, so what are their thoughts? I feel like they really are thinking about how they can communicate. They are thinking about how much they are hurt about the fact that they are not really able to communicate what they are feeling and what they are experiencing with you. And this rings true, especially for those who, well, this rings, okay. So I'm trying to be very careful with how I say it, but there are suspicions that I have autism, which I do mention every time in the description box down below anyway. And for me, it has been, even as a child, very, 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 very hard for me to explain how I've been feeling. All I could do was kind of get cranky and not really really get to the bottom of this. Thank you so much, family. I'm not gonna put much negativity out here, but I'm just saying. Anyway, so I feel like this person, like, of course this could be a different situation, but I feel like they really don't know how to explain it in a way, because they are so used to their own methods that they're not really considering different methods. And I feel like that is kind of going against what they've been trying to do. So I feel like they've been trying to explain something, but they don't know how, or don't know how to do it in a way that will benefit for both you and them. What are their thoughts about group 1? For some of you, I'm hearing that there is something that happened that they are sorry about. So maybe someone else mentioned something and you overheard the conversation, and maybe you misinterpreted the meaning of the conversation. But I'm saying maybe because I'm not, yeah. Obviously, I am not in your situation, so how can I say it as someone who is possibly at the other side of the world? So, what are their thoughts about group 1? What are their thoughts about group 1? Strength. Eight. What is strength talking about? So clarifier. Three of Pentacles. So Three of Pentacles is again suggesting a sort of relationship where it's about colleagues or about work environment, some kind of stuff, because it's all about collaborating or working or helping others, especially when it comes to like your colleagues working together on a project or anything like that. Oh, okay. The message that I'm getting specifically with this is that they're trying to put their efforts and their thoughts and feelings into what they are showing to you, possibly. So let's just say this person, someone is not really very good in explaining feelings or just saying how they feel, and they would rather use a PowerPoint to represent their to fully explain what they are feeling, why they are feeling it, and where it came from and stuff like that. I feel like this person is very thorough with these kind of things and would like to at least understand it themselves. It could also be that they're actually sorry about something that they said, because it may have sounded a lot more harsh and rude, even though that's not the intention, that they just don't know how to explain it very well. I really feel like I'm talking about myself right now. I'm not, but still. So what are their thoughts? They really are thinking about creating or doing something or putting their efforts and patience into a project, something like that. And express a little bit more and to not really get overwhelmed by all these things, like, because we have strength in upright, and I do feel like this is talking about the fact that they are still able to maintain or control, or kind of not control, but kind of be patient with themselves about what is happening and what they're feeling. Like, I feel like they're still pained by their own issues or their own struggles with expressing themselves and possibly their feelings. They feel kind of like bound to something, like they can't do something because of something, but they're still trying to give subtle hints when it comes to specific things. There's not really a lot of thought that I'm feeling with this, these two. So what are their thoughts? We have the Steward, which will be the Knight of Wands in reverse. Clarify, what is the Knight of Wands in reverse talking about? Okay. Oh, Eight of Wands in reverse. Okay. I feel like they sometimes think about a little bit too quick. I feel like there is, okay. Look, there's a part that they are thinking about when it comes to something that already has happened, that they've like abruptly or, as I said before, harshly said or done something that is actually not really what they really tried or meant, or they really did something without thinking too much. And I feel like that is not really their usual way of being. Like, they don't really do that often. Anyway, they're still thinking about their very possibly inappropriate way of expressing themselves, or a way of taking action. I feel like they don't really know how to approach the situation. So they are either possibly thinking about making a sort of what's that word? Impulsive decision, or be a little impulsive, or they are thinking about how recklessly they were acting or behaving toward you, or how they were behaving in general, and how this kind of does not align with them. I feel like this is not at all the way they usually are. They are a lot more controlled, and it feels like because they did not ever express really how they felt, it's so much harder to do it right now because it's so much at once. That's kind of how it feels like. They're thinking about their actions, they're thinking about their behavior, and they're thinking about the benefit, or how they can make better decisions, and how to express themselves a little bit more in a healthy way, or in a way that does not go against their system, but does not keep them chained to something. And since the Five of Wands is also talking about possibly change, I feel like this is also talking about them kind of feeling like this resistance, but they feel like they want to do something that is not very, that is a little bit foreign to them. It's a little bit like they can't really understand, or can't really see where it is going. It's like they're going in blind when it comes to something. Like, let's just say you've never been to a certain country, and then you are there and you're like, where the heck am I? You know, you're like, I don't even know where I am, because you've never been there before. What else are they thinking about? Which group? I just want to say group 4, group 1. What are their thoughts about group We have the Six of Swords. Okay, it did come out in reverse at first, so I'm going to take it like this. I feel like they're a little bound to their responsibilities in some kind of way, and they don't know how to really be honest without going over the edge or going too far. Six of Swords reverse usually talks about like a hesitation, or not really, like a resistance against moving forward, or a resistance against going toward or really releasing the past in some kind of way, and kind of letting it it's not necessarily forgiving it, but like Six of Swords usually tells me like someone is moving on, someone is letting go of the old and going forward to the new, and more focused on peace than on the things that are troubling or that have been creating a lot of turbulence and drama in their life. So let's get a clarifier for what the Six of Swords is talking about right now. And we have the Fool. Okay. So the Fool, yeah, what can I say? The Six of Swords here is like, there's like a resistance to go forward because I feel like there is like a desire to just do something and be reckless and kind of go for it and not really think too much about it. I feel like there's something that they have still not tried out, and that's why they're just not able to let it go. They're not able to not think about it because it keeps them, they know that they have to make a certain change or to do something that is not comfortable to them, and that's why they're not really able to go forward. Another way of interpreting it is it's maybe a little bit different though, but maybe they are kind of resisting trying to make it easier for themselves. And this is not about being reckless, but they are kind of holding on to something without letting it kind of go with the flow. It feels like they need to do something before they are able to move forward. And I feel like the reason could be that why I'm not really able to explain it is because it's kind of more on the other side, what I've been talking about. Like, this is like them not feeling like they can move on like this, like they need to do something. Maybe they are not even able to do it because they have not done what their task was, or what the challenge is in this situation. I feel like eventually they'll be forced to kind of give into or kind of what's that called? Surrender to this feeling and not really be too reckless, but to kind of stop overthinking too much and just kind of do it without second guessing. They're really thinking about how much they are not able to really come forward and express themselves. They're thinking about possible consequences and possible ways of embarrassing themselves even. I feel like they're very unsure about how to go about it, but they are trying to maintain this attitude of like, things are going fine, I'm just gonna keep trying, it's gonna be okay. And they're gonna keep trying to put in that effort into either this connection, relationship, whatever the two of you have. They're trying to convince you or make you aware of something. And I feel like it has to do with something of them. Like, they're trying to get you to understand something about them. I don't know. That's all I can kind of say. So now we're going to look into what else you need to know about this person right now. Like messages that they have for you, or anything else. So I'm going to use this deck to see if there's any kind of messages, again, that they have for you. Channeled messages, right? Kind of, I forgot the word for a second. Okay. What else do you need to know about this person? Because I feel like they really want you to know more, and maybe there's something that this deck can, there's some sort of information that this deck can give you. Active and energetic. If you need me, know that I'm just a call away. Or in another way of saying, it could be that they're trying to make you understand that they really care about you, and that they do not, that they are there for you if you need them, and if you want to talk, or if something is wrong, or if you're not feeling well. Okay. Renewal and enlightenment. I'm doing so much better right now. Okay. You could have anyone you want and you still want me. Well, this is, of course, not for everyone. But it's, as I said before, it doesn't necessarily have to be romantic. So you could have anyone as a friend, as a colleague, as a boss, you know, anything like that. Ego and fear. I don't know what or who to choose. Honestly, a little obvious in the energy that I've been feeling. Or they don't really know how to go about it. That's more what I've been picking. I think we really need to talk about us. So those are the messages. I don't know what else. I'm trying to keep it a little bit small to give you some specific things to think about. So group 1, that's all I have for you. I hope this reading resonated or was helpful in some way. I wish you an amazing day or night, and I hope you'll be back in the future. Hi, group 2, welcome to your reading. So we will be looking into who this person is first, and then we're going to look into what they are thinking about and why, possibly. So let's get started with who cannot stop thinking. Oh, who cannot stop thinking about group 2. Does this person admire butterflies or moth or something? I don't know. There's something about that coming through. I saw like an I saw the flying something animal, so I don't know how to explain it, but so cannot stop thinking about group 2. Who cannot stop thinking about group 2? Okay, let's try it again. Who cannot stop thinking about group 2? Well, I guess we have 2 cards falling out. We have Cat with independence and psychic powers, and we have Hedgehog with inner world and curiosity. Okay. Independence, psychic powers. Oh. Cats are also curious. Anyway, inner world, curiosity. Right, okay. Can't stop thinking about group 2. Who can't stop thinking about group 2? With all due respect, I'm talking to my cards, excuse me. Who can't stop thinking about group 2? Spirit, can I please have a card? Who cannot stop thinking about group 2? I'm taking one card now. No, I'm taking one card. I'm stubborn. Who can't stop thinking about group 2? If you hear whispering, that's me. I'm whispering. Who can't stop thinking about group 2? No, I'm sorry. I'm not going to take 2 cards again. I can't believe this. Okay. Who cannot stop thinking about group 2? You know, Spirit, stop this. Please give me just a card. Just give me a card. Who cannot stop thinking about group 2? And I want 1 card. It's just me arguing with myself and Spirit. No. We're not going to do this. Okay, let's continue. Spirit, who cannot stop thinking about group 2? Ah, finally. A collaboration. The adventurer, responsibility, expectations. Ow, I hurt myself. Okay. Who cannot stop thinking? Excuse me. Who cannot stop thinking about group 2? So this is definitely a stubborn person. It's definitely someone who has their own way of thinking. And this is not because of me being stubborn right now, but I feel the energy like keep on continuing to do that what you want to do until you reach that goal. Because I find it interesting that at first I was able to take 2 cards, but then I had my mind set on like, no, only 1 card. But that could also just be me. But there is like a streak of stubbornness here. So who cannot stop thinking about... okay. Who cannot stop thinking about group 2? Realization and regret. I couldn't face you because I was in pain. I feel called to take 1 more card with this. No, I said 1. I just literally saw the card. My pride is getting in the way. Oh. Who cannot stop thinking about group 2? Who cannot stop thinking about group 2. There we go. Ego and fear. I'm scared I'll humiliate myself in front of you. Okay. I can live with that. Information, I mean. Responsibility, expectations, inner world, curiosity. Okay, so I am picking up on someone who has a little bit of their ego going on right now. Someone who is not really willing to admit things that easily. So we can now start thinking about group 2. Perspective, number 35. Which, before I started doing this reading, I saw the number 35 as well, so that could be significant. This person is it's a tough nut to crack, I'll say. I feel like they're very much set in their own way of thinking. But there's one weak spot that they cannot go against, and that is the feeling of guilt or shame for something that they did to you. Because I just heard like that they are usually very prideful and get in their own way of thinking and stuff like that. But when it comes to apologizing, they will do that right, like immediately. They're not gonna like question or go too much against that. At least that's what I feel here. Someone who secretly feels like shit, but they are not gonna admit that. But I see a very vulnerable kind of person. Like I see the energy that they're giving me is like they're gonna, like, you know, they do whatever they want to do until that part of them gets triggered, that feels very ashamed and embarrassed of something that they did. I'm not ready yet, thank you. This could be an ex. This could be someone you had a relationship with. This could also be someone like a sibling, an older person I'm picking up, but it's not necessarily that for everyone. It's just someone who has more of an, you know, like big child, that kind of energy. This person may have, and some people may not be happy to know this, but I feel like this is someone you are not fond of, like, thinking back on, or someone you are just so done with, like, oh my god, this person is acting so childish and stuff like that. They just can't face themselves. They just can't face a real challenge. They just can't be honest with themselves and stuff like that. I'm not really gonna get much into, oh, just saw 1313 on the timing of this this recording. Who cannot stop thinking about group 2? I'm feeling a lot of regret. Oh gosh, oh my gosh, they really regret something. Oh wow. I feel like they, okay, this person used to be really childish. Yeah. This person used to do reckless things. This person used to say things that they didn't mean. Say very humiliating things about other people. Even humiliate themselves, not even noticing that they're humiliating themselves by saying strange things about other people. And I feel like they don't really care about how they, they don't really care about how they look to other people or how they seem to other people. I feel like they are absolutely terrified of seeing you again, all because they know that they will possibly, very likely, burst in tears and admit everything. Like, I don't really see them getting too much into the topic itself, but I just see them standing in front of you and being like completely exhausted and completely drained from their own guilt and from the feeling of being embarrassed and what they did to you, like as if they cannot stand the feeling that they hurt you or something like that. Not everyone, again, is gonna like this. However, I do feel like there's an energy here, like whether you're very interested in that or not, that's your thing. But I feel like what this is talking about is that this person is right now in an energy who is in a very much in a yeah, like they're letting go of you, refusing, like they're open to admitting their wrongdoings. Because as I said before, like it kind of felt strange because I was feeling like they were kind of childish, but when it comes to you, they will like break down in tears and be like, I'm so sorry, please take me back, please forgive me, something like that. Wow, okay. Agony. I just heard that agony, like in a really dramatic way. Oh, I need to kind of get out of this energy. There you go. Sometimes I just cannot, like, I don't know, when things are, sometimes words feel very vague and I don't really get the meaning behind the words when I'm reading them. And now I'm actually reading The Adventure with responsibility and expectations, and now I also know what this is talking about. This person is actually ready to give up on something that they weren't, like, either very addicted to. Oh my god, this is the perfect song right now. Better Than I Know Myself from Adam Lambert is like the perfect song. Like, this person would rather, I feel like this person would rather let themselves learn and face the challenge instead of losing you. And I'm not wanting to make this cliche or strange or whatever, but that's kind of what is coming through. This is literally the energy, and I cannot ignore that. Sorry. Like, I keep seeing like an image of like a K-drama or something, and like standing in the rain, looking completely lost, looking at one person, like at a girl, as if to beg for forgiveness, as if to beg for something. That's what I'm seeing right now. Anyway, who cannot stop thinking about group? It could also be a friend. It could be any person. But for most of you, it's going to be someone like an ex or someone you used to know in the past, and now they've learned from their mistakes and they just don't want to lose you, something like that. Okay, I guess we have it. Abandoned. I don't need to say anything else with that. It's not like I'm laughing at this person. It's more like it's literally saying what I feel. Like this person feels abandoned when they are not with you. Excuse me. They feel lost. Thanks, Spirit, for reminding me of that word. I kind of forgot. I don't need to say anything else. This person feels abandoned. This person feels... I mean, this is not a reading about how they feel. This person... Right now, their energy is like, I've lost the whatever from my life, or I lost my best friend, or I lost the most important person to me, you know. Yeah, listen to the song, if you want to, Better Than I Know Myself from Adam Lambert. The lyric, or look up the lyrics, that could also be something. It feels like you are some sort of medicine to them. And it's not like, I don't really feel like it's much of an addiction, but they really feel like they've lost someone very important. Or they're about to lose someone very important. I do feel like it could be someone from not very long ago. So it could be from like maybe a few days, even weeks, or weeks, even days. But it could also be months or even years ago. Depends on your situation. So you cannot stop. Thank you. The Mountain. Challenges, adversity, endurance. And now again, with responsibility and expectations, I feel like this person is really very much inclined to go up that mountain and face the challenge, even if it's something that they wouldn't really consider usually, or what you know from them. And it's not really something that they're not already doing. Wait, I just noticed, look at how both of these are like, well, this is obviously not a mountain, but I don't know what is. It kind of looks alike. With the, I don't know how to explain it. I am very bad at explaining things, but, well, very bad is, I don't know. Anyway, I feel like this person is already taking action on the things that they want to achieve. Like they're already getting clean from some sort of addiction. They're already stopping with this kind of behavior. They're already facing the difficulties that they didn't want to face. Like they're already doing that, and they're like, please take me back. Like it's just, I feel like you are just so important to them that you remind them of happy times and stuff like that, and they don't want to lose the feeling of happiness, nor do they want to lose the person that comes with that. So now we're going to look into what their thoughts are and why they're thinking about you. Okay, so with this tarot deck, okay, so what are their thoughts about group 2? What are they thinking about? I keep on hearing regretting their actions. Anyway, what are their thoughts about group 2? We have the 7 of Wands. So with 7 of Wands feels like oppression. It feels like this not stacks are against you or something like that. I don't know what the saying is. Anyway, it kind of feels like everything and everyone is against who you are and who you truly are and what you believe in. And the Seven of Wands feels is like the card that says, I am going to stand up for what I believe in. I'm going to stand up for the things that I want to achieve. I'm going to do it, even if people are not going to believe in it, or even if people are like just even jealous of them. Clarifier for the Seven of Wands. And we have the Three of Swords. Okay. Okay, that's very interesting. I need to kind of think about that a little bit. As if it's like a math problem that I need to face. Seven of Wands. And what is the Seven of Wands talking about? I need to do that for myself. Like, my brain is not really working with me right now. Oh, it's interesting because for group 1, we also got the Three of Swords in the first row. Anyway. Okay. Just give me a second. Okay, so what this to me is talking about is they are very much faced with the opinions maybe of others, or even from of themselves, that they think that all is lost and that they think that things are not really worth doing anything for, or that they already, you know, that there is already like the ending is yeah. How do I say this? To them, they are thinking about the fact that to them it feels like they are kind of fighting for something that may not be, that they can't really, why can I not form a normal sentence? They are thinking about that. Now I'm focusing more on my struggle than on what I'm actually trying to read about. They are faced with difficulties from themselves and other people, thinking that things are already done with, things are already over, and that things are maybe already lost and not able to, and that things are not able to get better anymore, as if you've lost your chance. Like, you already broke my heart. There's no way of unbreaking it. They feel like there's no way to turn things back. There's no way to, like, they're still trying and they're still fighting for what they want to achieve, but they feel as if the odds are stacked against them. That's the one. I forgot that one. They feel like things are not going to work out, and they may be fighting or putting in efforts for nothing. So they feel like you're not going to accept them back. They feel like they've done the unforgivable. They've done that you will never want them back after what they did. That's kind of what it's coming down to. They are thinking about how much they want to fight for the thing that they lost, but they feel like it may be already too late. I keep trying to explain it because I don't know. It's like I'm trying to explain it to myself, if I'm being honest. Okay, so what else are their thoughts about group 2? What are their thoughts? Excuse me, I was burping for a second. Well, actually less, but anyway. What are their thoughts about group 2? I'm being a little bit more rough with the cards because it's really taking a long time and I don't have all day, nor do you. I think, I'm not sure, I'm not looking into your calendar right now. Okay, oh right, these two came out at once. 7 of Swords and King of Cups. Okay. Interesting combo. This reminds me of an unhealthy INFJ. I mean, the energy of these two cards together combined remind me of like a manipulative INFJ personality type, but because of the King of Cups. Okay, clarifier for the 7 of Swords and the King of Cups. What is this talking about? I need to understand these two first. 1 second. It's not really a second, but I keep saying it. I can't stop saying it. Ah, okay. So, what are their, clarifier for the 7 of Swords together with the King of Cups? I feel like they really feel different from you. It's not like you two are like different in a bad way, but they feel like they are completely like worlds apart from you. As if there's a difference that is just very, yet you can definitely see or sense in energy, in personality, in ways of thinking, communicating, in interests, in languages, in gender, in age, which are actually not really, you know, as long as there's love. Anyway, Temperance. So I feel like they are very much aware of their own impact and how, for some of you, I'm called to say, and now I don't remember what I wanted to say. Are you kidding me? They are very aware of their own impact, and they're very aware of their own way of behaving. I wanted to say something, but I forgot. So if it's not coming back, then I guess that it was not, that you were not meant to hear it anyway. So 7 of Swords together with the King of Cups will be like a, you know, kind of, well, 7 of Swords is not necessarily someone who is like cheating or stealing or something like that. It's more about secrecy and hiding some kind of truth or hiding some kind of something about either oneself or something else. It's not really, I don't really feel like it is much stealing in general, but that's my own personal opinion, and everyone can have their own personal opinion about tarot and stuff like that, as long as you kind of, you know, stick to the structure. they're aware of their nature, and I feel like they're trying to be more open and more considerate of in towards other people, towards themselves, and towards you, which would also be other people anyway. I'm kind of like having a little bit of a brain fart, so I apologize if things are sounding a little bit vague right now. All right. So they're trying to balance out the things that they the way that they were, the way that they are right now. They're starting to they're thinking about how their secretive kind of way of behaving, or their kind of distant way of behaving, was not really adding anything to the relationship, or to themselves as well. Like I feel like they are they are thinking about themselves in a way that they see themselves as a more balanced person, as someone who has taken care of a lot of more things since a long time or a short time, especially for the ones who have not been talking to this person or have not seen this person in a long time. Then this is definitely true for you. They have made some changes and shifts that you will not even be aware of until you really met them. What are their thoughts about group 2? Oh. What are their thoughts about group 2? Why I was struggling is because there are cards that I understand like the back of my hand, but there are also cards that I need to, you know, for me it's like, if I do not understand the situation or the feeling, then I'm not going to be able to explain it very well. I will be explaining it as if I'm like a robot trying to explain how they feel when someone touches their skin, because obviously they don't really have, I don't know. Anyway, Temperance is like a more of a card that I still need to kind of get my own experience with, so to speak. Anyway, what are their thoughts about group 2? Too many. Okay. The Star. Okay. Wait. I'm not sure, but I think group 1 also got the Star. And by the way, I wanted to say a lot of group. I wanted to say group 1 a lot, even though this is obviously not group 1. Clarifier for the Star. What are you thinking about? Clarifier for the Star. Strength. So they're thinking about how much they have hope for themselves. I feel like they are growing more and more aware of their strengths as much as their weaknesses, as much as their struggles and challenges and things that are actually going well. And I feel like they're looking very hopeful toward themselves. I feel like strength usually talks about yourself, about growing patience with your ego, or with your wild side, or with that untamable kind of lion, or I want to say something else, but no. I feel like they're looking very hopeful and they're very optimistic toward how things are looking for them right now and how they are. So let's just say they've been addicted to smoking or drinking or anything like that. And I don't want to trigger anyone. I'm kind of late with that anyway. But now they've been a couple of months, they have not been drinking for like half a year or a year maybe. And that's kind of like an improvement, you know, so they're seeing themselves improve in the things that they were, in the things that they, like the weaknesses, the things that they were that they were struggling with. I feel like they keep comparing themselves to who they were before, and they are like questioning, like, is this enough, or I have to be enough for this person. I read a quote once that said like, the man knew that the girl deserved better, or that the woman deserved better, so instead of walking away, he became better. So he knew that she deserved better, so he became better because he didn't want to lose her. That's kind of what I'm feeling. Like, this person deserves better, so I'm not going to give up. So I'm going to become better. So to be worthy of this person. What are their thoughts about group 2? And we have the 10 of Pentacles. Okay, I just needed to adjust the light a little bit. I don't know. Okay, anyway. Clarifier for the 10 of Pentacles. Oh my gosh, Jesus. Cards almost fell, like flew off the table. Is there anything else? No, okay. Clarifier, thank you. And we have the Hermit. So I feel like the thing is, they've been thinking a lot about you, but they have also been thinking a lot about you in a way, like, in order to be worthy again of your time, and in order to, because they feel like they're not gonna just sit there and just let things go away. They're gonna try and fight for what they want and what they desire. So this person is thinking a lot about how they are improving. This person is thinking a lot about how they are really benefiting from spending some time with their shadows, spending some time with the parts that they were not able to see. And they're really benefiting from gaining this experience and this wisdom about themselves, knowing where their weaknesses lie, knowing where their strengths are, and knowing, like, I feel what they've been trying to do mostly is really correct their own behavior and correct their own strengths and weaknesses, correcting what doesn't really fit with healthy. what like correcting what is not making them feel happy within themselves, what is aching, what is hurting them. They're really thinking about how they can become a better person, instead of just thinking about just a person and just lingering in the memories and just feeling painful and sorry for themselves. This person's actually thinking about how, like, this person is actually already taking action towards the things that they're thinking about, because they're looking at how they are improving. They're looking at how they are learning from themselves. Like, I'm not necessarily saying that this person is like going out there and is going to you know, they're spending more time with themselves, like, And instead of being too much in the masculine energy and going out there, they're exploring their feminine energy. They're exploring their wounds. They're exploring their traumas, their pain, their addictions, their behavior. They're really exploring that, and they are just kind of hoping. What they are thinking about when it comes to you is that they are really not going to stop believing that they are able to possibly make things a little better, or to at least be able to be forgiven. They're not going to stop, even if they are afraid of things not turning out the way they want to. So now we're going to look into what else you need to know about this person right now. So any other messages, and with messages I mean channeled messages, like what else do they want you to know? I feel a lot of regret, and I feel a lot of responsibility. Let's see what they have to say. So what else do you need to know about this person? Oh, I've gotten myself out of unfulfilling and unhealthy relationships because they've hurt me rather than support me in my decisions. Okay, so what else do you need to know? Oh, don't do that. What else do you need to know about them right now? Okay, responsibility and action. Literally, responsibility and action. I do not want to give up on us. Well, we already noticed. It smells like popcorn. Unfortunately, well, it's not from my house. It's home. It's from someone else's. Anyway, what do you need to know? Responsibility and actions. It wouldn't make sense if I tried to deny and ignore what I feel for you, so I'm not going to do that. Well, salty popcorn. Actually, I don't want to smell this. I'm a little bit sensitive to smells and sensory things stuff, so I'm just gonna put on a sage. I don't really know how to call it. And just clean this up. Okay, so I just have my sage on. Okay. What do you need to know about this person right now? And I think there's also the question about what do they want you to know? But what do you need to know? Oh, okay, we have another responsibility in action with I started going to therapy to help and learn more about myself. They could actually be, I'm not going to go and say that is actually happening, but another way of interpreting is, and there's only one card in this deck about therapy, like they're going to therapy. So it's very specific, but it could also be that they have just are starting to learn more about themselves and they're actually seeking help. It does not necessarily need to be therapy, but it could also be just some guidance or advice. What do you need to know about this person right now? Too many. One more card. And we have renewal and enlightenment with I'm a whole different person today. And I do believe that. I do think that they've made some really big changes. Oh, we have 2 renewal and enlightenment, and in the middle we have responsibility and action. So group 2, that's all I have for you. So I hope this reading resonated or was helpful in some way. I hope I did not annoy you by pointing out that this could be someone from the past. I wish you an amazing day or night, and I hope you'll be back in the future. Hi, group 3, welcome to your reading. So we will be looking into who this person is first, and then we're going to look into what they are thinking about with you. So let's get started with who this person is. So who cannot stop thinking about you? I'm going to shuffle a little bit. And then we're going to get started. Who is this person? Who cannot stop thinking about you? It's definitely someone, I'm getting like flirtatious smiling, as if this person is someone who is very charming, or someone you like making jokes with, or like flirty jokes with, or something like that. But that doesn't have to be literally that. Anyway, who cannot stop thinking about you? It could also be them who is thinking about you making those jokes or something like that. You cannot stop thinking about group 3. I feel very lighthearted energy, as if it's not too serious. This could actually be a reading. This reading could actually be one that's more focused on the romantic kind of something. Not saying that the other groups were not like that, but you know, if it's not romantic and you still feel very called to this group, then there could also be messages here as well. And it's not about, well, you don't know who's thinking about you, but anyway. Or you know, or you may know. We might just say that you don't know, because maybe you know. And that may be a confirmation for some of you that you've been thinking about someone, and this person may be thinking about you too. Or someone you're thinking about right now, like, could be who's thinking about you. So I've been so distracted with talking that I keep messing up the cards. Okay. Who cannot stop thinking about group 3? I am patient. Okay. And we have the elephant with community and perseverance. And I also want to add wisdom, because I want to add that in there. Okay. So, as I said before, like, this person is someone who is quite charming, very liked by their community, very liked by the people around them. Are you kidding me? You may not understand what I'm talking about, but let's just explain. I have been raised with 2 languages, which is Dutch, so Netherlands, and German. And I sometimes listen to, well, I don't listen to Dutch music. That's just, it makes me sick, with no offense. But I sometimes listen to German music, and right now I'm hearing a song from Kerstin Ott, called Die immer lacht, or in other words, who always smiles, or who always laughs. And I've been talking about, like, I've been seeing like someone who's like flirtatiously smiling at someone or something, who has like or who's just smiling at someone in a soft, in a gentle way. And this song talks about like someone who has a lot on their plate, but who always smiles and doesn't let the others know that they're actually sad, something like that. So that could be significant. I just had to laugh at that, because I was seeing like a very sneaky smile, and then someone's singing, someone who always smiles, someone who always laughs. Ah! Okay. I'm gonna try that again, okay? I'm trying to not not sing while doing this reading. Who cannot stop thinking about group 3? It could also be someone who you are very friendly with, or someone you keep on joking with or something, and you always laugh together. Or you go to this person to just kind of forget about the things that are not really, yeah, nice. Who cannot stop thinking about group 3? Please do not do the same as in group 2, and please give me a card without much drama. Who cannot stop thinking about, there we go. Oh, yeah, I'm going to take one card. We have the miser with stubbornness and inflexibility. Okay, interesting. So let's find out, who is this person? Oh, we have 2 cards, and it says, trust me, I understand why you are in pain, and I would love to invite you over to my house. Well, let's see it however you want to see it. I'm just going to continue with the other cards. Okay, so what are, who cannot stop thinking? I went a little bit too soon, a little bit too fast. First, we gotta find out who this person is. So, as I was mentioned before with that song that I was hearing, I do feel like this person is kind of not really telling the truth, or not really sharing some aspects of themselves. I feel like this person is very empathetic, and someone who is very charismatic, someone who is very kind to a lot of people. Play. No, I do not feel like this person is someone who plays with other people, or someone who is only there for fun or whatever. I really feel like this person has a side to them that not everyone would know. Who cannot stop thinking about you? I feel like they are definitely the ones that people go to when they are in pain. I feel like they are someone who, oh, I would really... I would love to invite you over to my house. I feel like they are the kind of people who would invite people over to their house to kind of talk and to just kind of have a good time, and not and they will be like, I understand why you're in pain. They're very empathetic, someone who's very kind to other people and who lets them who helps other people. Just because we got the miser with stubbornness and inflexibility doesn't mean that this person is necessarily a bad person. I'm going to get into that. I'm going to look into the book for that one card as well to figure out some more information. So, who cannot stop thinking about group 3? Who cannot stop thinking? I feel like there are some really specific messages coming through, like someone having some kind of trouble or some kind of issues with their grandparents, especially a grandmother is coming through. I'm sorry if I'm being like freakishly accurate or something like that. If this is not the case for someone, it could be that this is happening with this other person, or it could be that this is for a completely different audience or people. Like, it's the messages that I say doesn't mean that it's for everyone. Just take whatever resonates. As I said before, like, this does not necessarily have to be a love reading or something like that. I am very interested in this, who this person is, because there's something about them, and I feel like you have that too, or other people have that, where you just can't quite figure them out, but you know that this person is a good person, but they have something that they do not want to share with others. They understand pain in a deeper sense than other people do. We have creative, number 30, 30, 36, could be ages, numbers, dates, like obviously not 36, but 30 or 36. I was wanting to do something. Right, I was wanting to look in the book. I forgot what I wanted to do, so. Oh gosh, I don't know where to start. Let's see. Okay, 98. Okay. Okay. A store stands open for business. What do you mean a store? Well, you're creative. Anyway. A store stands open for business, yet no customers wait inside. A figure sits counting their coins, ignoring anyone who approaches them. They should be celebrating their success, but it is easier to hide behind a wall and block out anyone who tries to help. Okay. The miser is incapable of realizing they are the cause of their own problems. They justify their unhappiness by blaming others for their own faults. Unwilling to work with others for fear of being outshone, their actions are irrational and indicative of a lack of belief in themselves. Okay, deep inside, there is a miser in all of us. Rather, I'm not even sure if I'm pronouncing it right. Miser, anyway. Rather than let yourself become consumed with selfishness and the inability to admit your mistakes, exercise some empathy and put yourself in someone else's shoes. That difficult situation has two sides to it. Look at it from the other side and you'll find a happy compromise to be made. This is a very interesting thing because I'm really feeling the absolute opposite with this person. And I'm not being like, you know, I don't know how to explain it. There is something about this that does not really add up. Like, I do not believe that this person who is thinking about you is like stubborn and inflexible and unempathetic or not empathetic and stuff like that. But what I do feel is that they really force themselves to be empathetic. They really force themselves to be that kind of person that people can come to when they are in trouble. What I do feel is that this person may have struggles with accepting something about themselves and maybe putting it out into, like, what this could be is like, not like inflexible, like being unempathetic toward people, like being very aggressive or mean or anything like that. I feel like this has to do with this person being a little bit insecure actually, and thinking that they are either not wanted or needed, so that's why they do this. It's not that they let me just get the other card, because there are some things that are just not adding up. So let me just figure out what that is. I mean, it could be that you already know who this person is by my what I'm describing. What I feel though is that this person has two sides of them. And one is that they show to the outside world, but the other one is that they keep hidden even from themselves. This reminds me of a game that I've never played myself, but I like watching gameplays from other YouTubers. Anyway, this reminds me of this person really ignoring these feelings and thoughts that they have toward people in general, and forcing themselves to be empathetic to, and almost making themselves believe that they are just like this, that this, what they show other people is that this is who they are. I do feel like there's something about them that is not really happy with where they are right now, and they are not happy with some of the people around them. I feel like this person is very deeply unsatisfied. I do not feel like this person is incredibly selfish. I feel like this person has been trying to really fit into the group and fit into the outside world by pretending to be someone that they're not. And I'm not saying that this person is someone who is like wearing a complete mask. But my question will be, or my thoughts will be, is this someone that actually shares a lot about themselves, or do they not want to talk about it and staying unflexible in the way of being vulnerable? I feel like they're open to giving, but they're not open to receiving. So, who cannot stop thinking about group 3? This is an interesting person, because they do not want to feel the way that they feel. And they may even feel shame with the way that they are programmed, possibly, to feel angry or very stubborn toward other people in actuality, and giving off this this attitude toward people that they are fine and that they are okay. It's like almost as if, it's strange, but it's almost as if they are, as if people or as if they would call themselves selfish, or as if other people would call them selfish for not sharing it, for not sharing what they're feeling, for not giving away themselves to other people, or not opening up. I feel that what other people would want, and this is maybe not the thing that I need to read about, but I think that the other people would want is for them to actually open up and give more of themselves instead of letting other people give. And it's not like they are selfish, but other people are giving so much of themselves, like how they are feeling and how they are seeing situations and how they want to help, but they are not accepting letting that in, nor do they even let themselves in. This place is a little bit complex, or it's just me, but anyway, this person is very much liked by other people, but I feel like this is a facade. I feel like they're acting like the good person, and they're still a good person, but they themselves feel as if their usual self would not be accepted. Oh my gosh, the song Hold My Hand from Lady Gaga is actually pretty neat, pretty nice right now when it comes to this reading. This person is just, so, you know, just because this card gives out specific things, I feel with this card is that they are very disconnected with giving to themselves and being selfish in the way of only thinking about other people. It sounds a little bit confusing, even to myself when saying it. But to me, it feels like not opening up, not being themselves, is what that their loved ones will see as selfish, because they want to get to know the real them. You know, they want to get to know their pain and flaws and stuff like that as well. And I feel like this person's just not letting that happen because they feel like they are not perfect. Even though they've been showing that part of them, that they are perfect to other people, I feel like they are ashamed of themselves. And that's not fair. I feel like they are not being fair to themselves. I do not feel like this person is selfish toward other people. I do feel like they are hiding a big part of what they've been feeling since like the past. And this does not necessarily, I don't know if this is information that is helping you understand who this person is, but I feel like that is something that needs to be said, because this person is really hiding themselves away. And maybe some people, you perhaps have been feeling or thinking a little bit about this person as if they're hiding something or something. And but this person is thinking about you. but who? Let's get some more information, if there is any more information, at least. I want one card, please. Oh, no, not on the floor. It's a place I very much dislike when doing a reading. Anyway, who cannot stop thinking about group 3? Okay. The seer with intuition, divination, and foresight. Oh, please stay here. I heard a different word just now, but I'm not going to say it because that's inappropriate. Okay, so there are a lot of different facets and different parts of this person that I could not possibly explain in just, you know, a few minutes. I'm trying to keep this not very long, and I feel like this person has many things to tell, to say, things to express, and I feel like this is someone who is very much open to staying on the easy side, not going too deep, but don't let them do that. Let them come to terms with or I'd say let them come to terms with things not being easy. Things are not perfect. Not with other people, so also not with this person. They don't need to be the perfect example of greatness or anything like that. So let's now get into what their thoughts are about you and why they are thinking about you. Because right now, this person is someone who is very secretive about their own nature and very much, let's just say this person loves tarot cards or something like that. I'm not going to say that this is literally the case, but let's just say this person likes astrology. This person likes some things like that are in the spiritual kind of field, crystals, nature, meditating, you know, anything like that. It can be anything. And this person is like, other people are not going to accept it, or they may see it as something bad, and I'm not going to share it because I don't want them to think that I am this or this or this, or maybe they are even ashamed of it themselves and they're not saying it because they're in an interesting place. So what are their thoughts about you? You know, in actuality, I feel like, I skipped over a sentence in my mind. I think, as I've been mentioning at the beginning, like having these flirtatious kind of smiles, I feel like this person is thinking about you and wants to, or not wants to, but feels like very interested or very fond of the time spent with you. But in actuality, they are not as lighthearted. They are not as carefree. It's not their, if they'd be completely honest with other people, they will mention that it's hard for them to live this life. It's hard for them to talk with people. It's hard for them to socialize. It's hard for them to do this or that, like a social butterfly. It's just to be accepted or to be seen or be recognized, or even for themselves to feel as if they are part of the world or something like that. I mean, I'm not going to speak for them, but anyway, what are their thoughts what I wanted to say is that this person may not be as involved and lighthearted and passionate as they may come across at first. I feel like this person is very burdened and would, if they were completely honest, not be very much thinking, like their priority would not be to make out with you, or their priority would not be to have amazing conversations. Their priority will be to keep themselves sort of hidden away. And if you will see them in the way that they usually are, you will be maybe shocked to find out that they look very unhappy, or they look very hopeless. So just if someone, I'm not going to say that this is definitely someone who has that, but if someone has depression, people with depression are able to possibly hide it very well for other people, and they have like that persona that is actually not really them, but when they come home they are themselves, and then everything is, you know, then they are actually themselves, then they're actually feeling what they are feeling. And I don't really remember where I was gonna go with this, but if people, you know, if people had these kind of feelings and people were not happy with something that was happening in their life, I mean, I was mentioning before, like someone's grandmother or grandparent, or just family in general, so maybe they have issues on the other side and they don't want to talk about it, and they're not like acting like nothing's going on, but actually they have a lot on their mind, and they're not really thinking about possibly you all the time, because they have so many other things going on that are really keeping them busy and keeping them very hurting a lot. So what are their thoughts about group 3? One card, please. Let's try and shuffle it again. I love this deck, but shuffling is an interesting experience. What are their thoughts about group 3? Okay, so we have the 9 of Crystals, which is the 9 of Pentacles. As I mentioned before, I feel like they are looking at possibly, I don't even know if I remember if I said this, but I feel like they look at other people and they think that other people are living much better lives and stuff like that. And they still feel happy in something like that as well. Like they may look at you and think like, oh, this person has such an amazing life, like something like that. And they think like, oh, I'm just miserable or something like that. Or why can I not be happy? Something like that. It's almost as if they're feeling guilt for not feeling happy. But it's not for everyone. And I'm not saying that depression is literally going on. That there's some kind of sadness and some kind of secret that they're not talking about. The gift of a friend from Demi Lovato could be a nice song to talk about. And it's not necessarily, as I said, like this doesn't have to be romantic. This can be any situation. If you are thinking about someone in a romantic way, or if this is someone that reminds you of something in a relationship kind of way, like partner, you know what I mean, then just translate it into like, well, friendship does not necessarily mean that they are not interested in more, but they see... they definitely see you as a good friend that they don't open up to. But anyway, clarifier for the 9 of Pentacles, 9 of Crystals. We see multiple moons. I just noticed that. They see you as living your best life, as if you have everything together, as if you have your own stuff, as if you have your own... your own job, apartment, maybe something else, I don't know, as if you're very successful and you're able to do whatever you want. You're able to go on vacations or something like that because they have spared up so much money. Okay. Clarifier for a 9 of Pentacles. Eight of Wands. As I said before, like, I feel like this person sees you, is thinking about you and thinks like, wow, you've got it all together. And they really feel like you are able to go places, if you're able to not necessarily be as planned out as other people are, as if you are just able to just go after your desires and just make that decision and not regret it, to kind of live your life as if it's flying by. This person really admires that about you. We have the Queen of Wands. Okay, in reverse. I do feel like they may feel a little bit of a pinch of jealousy, or a pinch of, you know, that kind of feeling, like they're admiring you, but they're also kind of looking at you and I can't really explain it. I'm trying to even explain the Queen of Wands in reverse to myself right now, which will be someone who is a little bit of the shadowy side of the usual Queen of Wands, the healthy version. Someone who may be a little bit impatient, someone who is a little bit easily swayed by emotions, or who does not really think their actions through that much. Let's get a clarifier. Clarifier for the Queen of Wands in reverse. What are they thinking about you? Clarifier for the Queen of Wands. What is the Queen of Wands talking about? The Wheel of Fortune. Changes, destiny, luck, cycles. Whew, sorry, had to yawn. Let me just get the booklet, because sometimes when I'm out of ideas, I need some extra information to kind of come back to my senses. Okay. And we have, yeah, as I said, impatient, aggression, or insensitivity, a very ambitious yet egotistical mindset, someone who may be dependent on others. Although there's an indifference to outside thoughts or views, the Queen of Wands reversed can also indicate a lack of self-confidence in communicating with others. This can also be attributed to fearing the thoughts and opinions of those around them. Okay. Oh, I get what this is talking about. The Queen of Wands is not representing you. This is representing them. They're thinking of themselves as I don't know what to say. A Wheel of Fortune. I need a moment with this. Okay, so I just put the video on pause because I had to really think about this and I didn't know how long this was going to take. Fortunately enough, not long enough. Look, not too long. And I just realized, like, I really need to think about, like, what does this actually mean? And this person, I needed to look at the Wheel of Fortune card as well. And there was, like, this, thing that said, I was looking at the reverse position, even though it's not in reverse, obviously. And it says, you may feel as though you have had some bad luck due to a turn of events that have left you feeling rather helpless. And I was thinking about the Wheel of Fortune being in upright, and that means that things are actually not as bad as the reverse. Of course, it's not, it's actually a very positive sign. And I feel like they're looking at themselves and they're like, what am I doing? Or they're like kind of understanding that something is off. Like how, like, it's almost like they're asking themselves how they can be so lucky with the way that they've been possibly hiding or acting or behaving towards themselves and other people. Like, I feel like they are a little bit jealous over the fact, and it's not like a jealousy as if you have it better than me, but they don't understand something. I feel like they don't understand something about why are you still in my life when I am obviously doing this? Why? Like, it's almost like they're trying to push people away almost. If that is the case, then there you go. That resonates. Anyway, and it feels like they're not really succeeding with that one thing, and they're just a little bit surprised with the fact that why are you still interested, possibly? I mean, I'm not saying that you still are, but how could they be so lucky to still get so good results, even if they were a little bit in their less fortunate or less wanted in their shadow part, the things that they are a little bit struggling with to express or to even feel themselves. And I feel like they're sad, but they don't really know what it is. They're sad about something, and they're sad about their own behavior when it comes to, like, they know that they're doing something and that they're this person is feeling a little bit unsure of themselves, whether they're with what they're doing. Like, what is it about me that you are so interested in? What is it about me that keeps you being interested in me? Why do you still want to be friends with me? Possibly because I feel like they know what they're doing, but they just may not understand what it is that they're doing. So they're a little bit confused with themselves and possibly even with you and your intentions, or your good intentions as well. Okay, so what are their thoughts? What are they thinking about? Knight of Cups. Okay. We're getting in that direction, all right? We're going in that direction. Okay. Clarifier for the Knight of Cups. King of Crystals. So I'm not able to really say whether, like, get very specific about this, but I do really feel like they're getting interested in you for, the King of Pentacles, King of Crystals reminds me of someone who is very devoted, someone who is like someone who takes care of the family, someone who is able to provide for their loved ones, stuff like that. Someone who is prepared, someone who is going for the long haul and is not only there for just one season, you know, they're there forever. And Knight of Cups is like an interest or giving and offering feelings, love, and devotion and stuff like that. And I feel like what they're thinking about is that they are very interested, like for example, it's like those series or those little things that you see on YouTube or K-drama. I don't know how to explain it. And it's like the bad boy turns into a soft person because they met the love of their life, stuff like that. It doesn't have to be like that, but they're really thinking about being committed to something and someone. They're really being interested in something different than they usually are. It could be that they're a very charming person and that they're usually a kind of person who just picks up someone and then they let them go as quick as they as it began. What I do feel is that you could have given them a piece of advice to not completely look at other people or to consider their own part in this and to not just rely on other people or on this person. I am hearing this song I'm Not Your Savior by Beth Crowley. I do feel even if this person was charming, and you may not agree that you're still interested or something like that, I do feel like you're still interested in this person, but that's not for everyone, of course. I mean, I'm not going to assume something based on what I'm seeing in front of me. I feel like whether you really spoke up about it or not, you gave them a sort of either a silent treatment, or you gave them like a taste of their own medicine, or you actually kind of made them realize you made them realize that they actually need to, you know, grow up and to really start taking care of themselves a lot more. It's a little bit confusing because this person, these people, because of obviously this is not just one person watching. I think I am assuming. You know, it's time for me to get to bed. I'm not gonna do that yet, but anyway, so I really feel like they're starting to see real potential in this kind of in you, and they're really thinking about the long-term potential of this and what this could actually get to, and how much you are able to really guide them, even if it's not as deep and like maybe they have thought about life and they were like, oh, this is gonna be so hard, and then you're like, what about it has to be so hard? Just do it. It's not that, it's just that simple. Just try it out and you'll see it's not that hard at all. It's pretty easy. It's either gonna happen or it already has happened, or this is something that this person is learning or thinking about right now, that you have been teaching them a lot about something. So what else? What are their thoughts? Let's try again. Oh, and we have the Lovers. Okay. So we have the Knight of Cups and we have the Lovers. I feel like this is definitely a loving relationship or a loving connection, or whatever they are thinking and feeling is combined, and they're starting to really think about what they really want. So can I have a clarifier for Lovers? What do they want to choose? Clarifier for Lovers. Oh, the song Nobody Else But You, also from Beth Crowley. So literally the song after the other one I mentioned. Starseed. And I feel like this either is the Fool or this is the Magician. I gotta look it up. I don't even know. Let's find out. I don't want to look at the introduction. Okay. Okay, Starseed is... Yeah, it's the Fool. Okay. They want to give this relationship, this connection, a chance. They want to try this out. They're thinking about what you two could offer for each other and what you could teach them and how you can help them overcome this shadow. I feel like they're trying to figure out how to approach things right now for themselves and also for you. And they're thinking about they're really thinking about the long-term potential, about what they can offer, about what they can do, and about what they can learn, instead of just letting other people do things for them. They want to participate in the connection. They want to participate in the relationship, because it's not just from one side, it's from two sides. And I feel like they're starting to open up, to become more open for these kind of things. So now we're going to look into, now we're going to look into anything else that you need to know about this person. And I'm gonna come here. Okay, I'm gonna use the channeled messages deck to see what else you need to know about this person right now, or anything else that they want you to know. Renewal and enlightenment. I learned how to love myself, and now I feel a lot more confident in regards to you. Okay, well, that's positive. Anything else? I'm not going to interpret the messages. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. You do whatever you want with these. I mean, if you're still watching. Oh. What are there? What do you need to know about this person right now? Oh, okay. Responsibility and action. I just heard the word possibility. Anyway, I need to take care of some other things before I can face you. Okay. Oh. What else does group 3 need to know about this person right now? Can't stand this. Okay. What do you need to know about this person right now? What does group 3 need to know? There we go. Okay. I do not want to give up on us. Okay. What do you need to know about this person right now? We have admiration, adoration. With all your beautiful imperfections, you couldn't possibly be more perfect. You are lovable, and you are loved by not only me, but others as well. Wow, that's very specific and very, very sweet. And here we have active and energetic. I am ready for us. But I do feel like they need to take care of some other things, but they feel like they are more able to approach this relationship right now. So this is what they're thinking about. I hope you know who this person is. Group 3, that's all I have for you. I hope this reading resonated or was helpful in some way. I wish you an amazing day or night, and I hope you'll be back in the future. Hi group 4, welcome to your reading. So we will be looking into who this person is first, and then we're going to look into what they are thinking about with you. So let's get started with toning down my music, otherwise I can't even hear myself speak. Okay, let's start with who cannot stop thinking about you. Who are they? I gotta admit, before I started this reading, I watched, I don't know how to explain it, but I can't really watch movies anymore because it gets me either too involved or something like that. I'm gonna get to the point in a second. But I can't really watch these things anymore because it's like too much information, too much. But I recently started looking at a channel, well, not specific, and there it's like there's like a narrator who says what they are saying and explains what the situation is, what is happening in that situation and stuff like that, so I won't get confused, because I usually get confused. But it really, the ending of the movie, yeah, something like that, was very wholesome, and I feel really peaceful and optimistic, as if today is going to be a really good day. Like, I don't know if this is like specifically, like, I usually don't feel that way. If I'm being honest. I think I need to watch those kind of things more often to kind of get a better grip of reality. Anyway, I feel like this energy could be very significant right now, but we're gonna see in a minute if that is the case, or in a minute. So who cannot stop thinking about group 1 card, please? Group 4. Golden Eagle, enlightenment and success. Well, we're already starting pretty amazingly. Okay. I am sorry if you are hearing loud noises in the background. I got my window open, and for some reason a lot of trucks are driving by today. Anyway, who cannot stop thinking? I want 1 card, please. Who cannot stop thinking about group 4? Who is this person? I'm thinking about something, just 1 second. I feel like this is someone who has, people will usually describe them as someone who is quite dark or mysterious or something like that, but I feel like this person, or there is a feeling here that this person it may be the case that this person is mysterious or something like that, but it's not something that necessarily bothers you, or vice versa. This person will see you as someone who's very dark and brooding or anything like that, and they actually enjoy your company more than most people. Feeling very enlightened. Who cannot stop thinking about you? Here we go. The puppeteer with explanations and apologies. Okay. I do feel like this is someone you're very distant with or something like that. Someone you are not in contact with anymore. But that could be different for many cases. Oh. I want 1 card, please. Okay, 2 cards is also fine. Realization and regret with, I don't think that anyone really understands me the way you do. And I'm starting to open myself up to a greater power than only myself and to what I know. Okay. Oh. Okay. There's like this enlightening energy, as if something is just fine, as if someone is able to just deal with something and accept something, as if it's like, you know what, it's okay, like I'm living my life, I'm loving myself, I'm good, like I don't need things that are not meant for me, something like that. Exposed. I'm just laughing at something. I'm just kind of laughing about something I noticed in this card. Exposed. I don't know if I said that. Number 17. Not this deck. First this deck. So this is definitely someone, I really feel like you met this person, like you let go of this person, like you were able to say, you know what, I'm fine without you. You cannot stop thinking about group 4. As if a huge weight is lifted off of your shoulders. And as I'm saying that, I'm yawning. And yawning, all these kind of things that, like burping, yawning, stuff like that, is like your body letting go of unnecessary or negative energies. Okay. It could be that you have felt very, I'm called to say lonely, but I actually wanted to say very tired the last couple of years, months, weeks, days. That's because your mind and body were both kind of connecting and noticing that the subconscious, I'd say, and you were consciously and subconsciously letting go of this person. Determined, yeah. I do feel, honestly, like this talks more about you being more enlightened, like you're thinking more about yourself right now. I am not going to say that this is literally you thinking about yourself. But I do feel like it's coming from both sides. I feel like there is no way to kind of whoever this person is, that's not my decision to make. It's not my decision to make. Not my that's not for me to say. That's what I'm trying to say. But whoever this person, it kind of looked like eagle. Oh, okay. I was confused for a second. I feel like both of you are kind of letting go of each other. Like it could be that this is yet to happen, but it could also be that this has already happened or has just happened or is happening right now, like as we speak. I don't know. Anyway, but I feel like there was some kind of situation, or there is some kind of situation about like speaking up to one another about what you're feeling and thinking about one another and about the situation, and letting the things that it kind of feels like you've come to some sort of agreement with this person, like, you know what, I think we need to stop dating, you know what, I think we need to move on, you know what, I feel like this is not working anymore, like, and there is not really this kind of resistance. It's like, you know what, accepting it, like it's just the way it is, and I'm not gonna force myself to keep fighting for something that is doomed to fail or something, or that is just not working out. And I feel like whoever this person is, they know the deeper meaning behind your words. They know the deeper meaning behind the things that you said, and they now understand as well, like they are, it's not really about them or you be feeling sorry anymore. I feel like, as I said before, you've come to some sort of agreement that, you know, you were able to apologize, you were able to make amends, or not amends, you were able to clear things up that were not said before, you know, like, to really start speaking up and talking about the things that have bothered you, and to kind of get it off your chest and finally be able to breathe again. It kind of feels like being able to let go of someone, and not doing it with a fight or something like that, but being able to both see the point of view of one another, and seeing, like, you know what, you are right, I am right, let's just try and not forget about it, but just kind of move on. So, okay. 5 of ink, solvent, with mistakes, forgiveness, and mercy. I really love how everything is kind of making sense. It all kind of is the same. So we have explanations and apologies. So for mistakes, forgiveness, asking for forgiveness, even if it's just like not really in contact. For most of you, I do feel like it's actually contact, like meeting up at a, I don't know, at a coffee shop, or at one another's house or something like that, and just kind of talking about it, even if it takes a little while, to just kind of let everything sink in, and to let the other know what you were actually feeling, or how you are feeling about this right now, to kind of have this conversation, like, you know what, we don't need to do this anymore. Like, we tried, and we both probably feel like it's better for us to move on, find someone who is more suited for the position that we are wanting. Or maybe, you know, I'm being reminded right now of the quote that I heard of yesterday. And it was, I think, one of Carl Jung's quotes that said, like, if someone wants to leave, let them. Don't force someone to stay, or something like that. Or not, don't force someone to stay, but like, I'm trying. It was like, if someone wants to leave, let them. And because maybe someone better will come in and well, not replace them, but be a better, what's that called? Better for you. I don't know how to explain it right now. This is someone you possibly had a close relationship with, but you maybe had some disagreements, or you were not really able to really come to terms with something that one of the others said or did, or you are not able to really align with what the other, like, this reminds me of something else as well, like from Chicago Med. I saw a video that April, like a nurse, was breaking up with her fiance because they both were looking for different things, different people, and so she gave back her engagement ring, and she said, I hope you'll get what you are looking for. And even though they loved each other, they needed to let go. Like, I hope you get the person you are looking for. And the guy said, it was starting to kind of tear up, I think, and say, like, you too. So it was not really about, you know, they really tried. I feel like there were some disagreements, whether this is a romantic kind of, or whether this was a romantic relationship or not, that doesn't matter. But I do feel like you were able to forgive each other. If you still have struggles, that's not that's okay, you know, because healing and forgiveness is not something you can just force, but you can at least try, you know, to to end things in a peaceful way instead of making a complete drama out of it. And I feel like this is a very beautiful reading about, like, I have let go of this person. If you feel like you have not, I feel like this is not your reading, or maybe this is gonna come next. But I feel like this, even though it's not really about healing or whatever, this is a person who accepts the ending for what it is right now, and this is a person you have ended things with, or at least you know, I don't know why I need to say this, but for some of you, the song Wrecking Ball from Miley Cyrus could be significant. I feel like I need to mention more of the songs that I'm hearing or something like that, because I usually feel like, nah, they probably don't care or something like that, but who am I to say that for you? Anyways, ow, I cracked my shoulder. Anyway, I'm so sorry, like, I keep coughing. I'm not sick. Alright, so I hope I gave a little bit of a explanation about who this is. If you still don't know, then, well, can't really help you there. Anyway, so let's now find out what their thoughts are exactly, if we don't know that already. So, and now I'm hearing my own song called Happier, and it's about literally letting go of someone and wishing them the best and still moving on with your life and saying, like, you know what, you know what, this is a perfect representation of what this is talking about. Like, I don't wish you any harm. You know what, even if things have happened, I will really suggest you listen to that song. Not because I want you to listen to my music, but because this song really has a lot of yeah, DPDR with Happier. My other channel, my music channel, is also linked in this channel's bio somewhere. I don't know. So, what are their thoughts? What are their thoughts about group 4? I'm really enjoying this song right now because it really resonates with this reading. Oh my gosh, okay. The Lovers in reverse. Clarifier for the Lovers in reverse. Well, I already know what this is talking about, but I still want a clarifier. With the Tower. I feel like this is talking about finding out that either the two of you are not compatible, or that some things have not ended the way they should, or should not ended or gone in a way that you may have thought. They may have had, like, one second, this is like the Lovers with the Tower, not the Tower of the Lovers. One second. I don't want to experience a brain fart right now. Okay, so Lovers, what is the Lovers talking about? The Tower. Yeah, okay, so I feel like they definitely had a very rough or harsh truth coming to them about, like, they noticed that things were not very compatible, very... I need to look in the book to not get confused because of myself. Okay, so let's see. There we go. Imbalance, misalignment, differences. Right. I need to read this because I sometimes reading something explains more than, I don't know. there is a theme of misalignment in your life, whether it is with a lover or within your own core values. If it is with a lover, that's not necessarily the case. It's just a deep connection with another person. Sorry. If it is with a lover person, you may be realizing that there are fundamental differences between the two of you that cannot be reconciled. To put it bluntly, the honeymoon phase is over. Ouch. It is your choice to decide if you're willing to set aside your differences and remember what brought you together in the first place. Brought you together. If the imbalance resides within with your values, it may be that you're making impulsive decisions and are blinded by your desires. In both cases, it will be wise to clarify what it is what you need out of your relationships, both with your partner and with yourself. And I feel this is literally what I've been talking about. I feel communication and introspection are key to so start making amends or let it go. And because of this, like, you may have realized because of this issue that things are completely different than you thought they were. If you heard weird sounds, it was me doing this. Stimuli. Anyway, I don't need to say anything more. Like, they're literally thinking about how things have not worked out for the two of you and how this has brought, like, a clarity that they did not expect. A lot of things that, like, building up a tower that is not gonna, like, be able to stand, to keep going the way it does. So their foundation is shaken and they're thinking about how things did not work out. That's, yeah, to say it bluntly. So what are their thoughts? What else? Itchy itch at my eye. Princess of Wands. Princess of Wands, clarifier. Knight of Pentacles. I feel like they're thinking about how the two of you came together in the first place, about how the two of you met and how things were going off, or how things were pretty much... I feel like they're thinking about how things were really... how the two of you got together in a really quick way, like without really getting to know each other very quickly. Maybe it's more, it's more painful, this experience, because it was actually it was going all so fast, and you didn't really have time to really consider or really think about the future or really plan ahead. I feel like the two of you came together when you were very young, or when you were really not really thinking too much about your future, and now they're thinking about how they are more grown up, or how they have learned so much about all of these things. I feel like they're really thinking about how this relationship, like, I feel like they're very thankful for this experience, because through this they got to learn what was actually important to them and what is actually important, and learn that things don't really work as well as they thought they would if you just kind of go ahead and not really think things through, or when you just kind of they're thinking about how much they learned and how much they are more mature now because of the experience of being immature. Yeah, okay. So what else are your thoughts about group 4? And it's pretty clear, like, this reading is very straightforward. Like, I don't really feel like there's any denial or confusion when it comes to you and this person. Like, you both know where you stand with each other right now, and you both know what the truth is right now. And I feel like both of you are able to see that you're happy to have had them in your life, but now it's time for you to move on to different places, move on to different people, and take that experience to heart and learn from that. What are their thoughts about group 4? Six of Cups. They're really thinking back to the times that the two of you were together, like maybe in childhood even. Like for some of you that's not the case, but since this is a general reading, yeah. They're really looking back at those times when the two of you were younger and just getting to know each other and having like maybe thinking like that it was very romanticized, or that things were not really as beautiful as they thought they were, but they're still thinking back fondly of those memories that the two of you had. Clarifier for the Six of Cups, please. What are the memories? Ace of Wands, the connection that you had, the spark that you felt, like the passion that you felt for one another. I'm not really sure whether that passion is still there, but again, that's not for me to say. But what I do feel is that they immediately kind of got off with you. Like they, not in a weird way, but like they immediately were able to commit or connect with you. Like they were able to feel a spark between the two of you. Like there was something, and they're thinking back to the times that they were together with you. Two of Cups. Clarifier for the Two of Cups. Like I really don't feel, because together with the Lovers we also have that here, the two of you really still care about one another, but I feel like even if you love each other, you still wish the best, and you still wish them to you know, to end up with someone who will be better for you. Five of Pentacles. 1 second, I need to kind of realign with my mind. Like even if they felt a deep connection with you, I feel like they felt left out, or they are thinking about how many times the two of you felt left out, as if you are not able to really understand one another. Even if the two of you had something going, there was something that you two were not really able to share. Like there is something that was holding one or the other back from communicating or from opening up, and they kind of, one of you or both of you kind of pushed each other away because it was not really something you could talk about. Like you felt like there, let's just say it was just a one night stand or something like that, and it kind of, because of that, like someone got, for example, pregnant, and that's how the two stayed together, for example. I'm not saying it is the case, but because of this, they had like maybe a responsibility to look to, but they still felt like something was incomplete. They still felt, the two of you still felt as if something was missing or different, or just something is not really the way, like it feels like you kind of have to be happy because of what you have, but you just feel like something is not right, as if this is not what you wanted your life to be about. Feeling kind of left out by the other, even if the two of you had a connection going. Maybe you even, the two of you kind of were so focused on one another that you were not able to think about your friends or your family or your other loved ones that were very dear to you. And it kind of felt like you were, like the both of you were not really themselves. So what they are thinking about is the past and how things have gone, and they are thinking about how it is right now and how they don't regret it, but they do regret how things turned out, how things did not end up well for the both of you. I feel like they wish you an amazing partner. They're thinking about you being happier without them, possibly, about you two going back to your own roots and really realigning with yourself instead of focusing too much on one another. This is a very healing reading, I'd say. I feel like there's no hate or confusion between the two of you. There's just love and acceptance and tenderness toward one another. like accepting whatever the other person chooses. So even if this person is not, even if the two of you are still together, for example, they're still like, you know what, if we want to fight, we're gonna fight. If we're for the relationship. If not, then we're gonna let it go, and we're gonna look for something that is better suited for both of us. Yeah, I don't know what else to say about this. So let's now look into some channeled messages from them, to see what else they would want you to know, or what else you need to know about this person. So this person could have been, in the past, they could have been maybe, they could have believed in God, or in certain religion or something like that, or spirituality, and now they're maybe or getting back to what they once did as when they were younger, and they're experiencing joy out of that, or they're right now are just a lot more in alignment with themselves, and so they're able to align with others. Like, I feel like this person has gotten a lot more empathetic in general towards themselves and towards other people, because they're able to accept people for who they are, and not necessarily think that they need to have them in their life, or that they need to force themselves to have a connection or have a relationship with them, and to just be happy for them being happy. Okay, so what else do you need to know about this person right now? Active and energetic. I will do anything for you, and I'm going to prove it to you. This is not saying that they're, like, as I said before, like, it could be that this person and you are letting go of one another. I don't really feel like you are very against this person thinking about you or something. Like, I feel like there's acceptance and unconditional love for one another, and if not, it's just love for the person, and not necessarily about being in love anymore. Whether you believe it or not, I really, really like you for who you truly are. Like, even if you feel like, because of what you said, that they maybe not like you anymore, I'm kind of talking to myself anyway, they really do not think the way that you are thinking. Like, they really enjoyed having been with you, and they don't regret a moment, because they have learned so much from you. Spiritual insight. I'm sure you wouldn't believe me if I told you I've become more interested in spirituality and all its mysteries. And as we have this card, I just want to mention that there's another card that says, I'm starting to open myself up to a greater power than only myself and to what I know. So as I said before, like, maybe religion is something they're thinking about, or they're thinking about going back to the source that they came from. That's kind of sounds strange if I say it like this, but going back to the roots, going back to what they used to do when they were a child, what they used to love. Responsibility and action. I need to heal some parts within me first before I face you. So they know that they need to heal themselves right now. It's not necessary. Like, I just want to say, if you two have agreed on not being together anymore, this does not say that this person is going to come back and something like that. This person just wants you to know that even though you two are apart, this person knows what to heal, has grown up a lot, and sees where they have made mistakes, and wants to correct their behavior and correct their and act like not grown up, but more mature than they were in the past. Realization and regret with, I'm finally starting to realize how much you actually mean to me. And I really feel like this is talking about them really understanding themselves and you a lot more. Like, they're really thinking a lot about how the two of you affected one another, how the two of you work together, and what they have learned through all of this stuff. They will still do anything for you. They will still be with you and help you, and you know, but the two of you still, you know, it's like, it's almost like the two of you were okay with rather being friends than having a relationship, because that just didn't work out for both of you. So group 4, that's all I have for you. I hope this reading resonated or was somehow helpful in some way. I wish you an amazing day or night, and I hope you'll be back in the future.